What's going on, lads and lasses? Welcome back to 100% Marks. So, of course, England take on Slovakia in the last 16 of Euro 2024, and it is at, of course, Schalke's Stadium once again. This time, as we take on, of course, Slovakia in the last 16, with a chance to make it to the quarterfinals of Euro 2024 now. Hopefully, our game against Slovakia is much better than the games that we've had to endure in the group stages. Yes, we've gotten through to this last 16, but it hasn't been attractive. It hasn't been, exciting football. It's been boring, snooze ball by Gareth Southgate. And of course, really bad selection of players coming on as substitutes as well. He finally put Anthony Gordon on, but only for 5 minutes in the last game, of course, against Slovenia, where he showed immediately why he should be the first choice player to go straight into the starting 11 for England, because Anthony Gordon just set the game alight when he came on. So hopefully, that has been enough for Southgate to put him in from the off, but probably not. Knowing Southgate, we all know what he's like. He probably won't pick Anthony Gordon straight from the off. He'll probably have him come off the bench again. The added bonus is that, of course, Phil Foden had to come back to England, of course, for the birth of his third child. So hopefully that allows, Anthony Gordon to be able to get that position, because rightfully so, Anthony Gordon should be playing a left wing for England. He's the best left winger in the country. He's best left winger in the world right now. And everybody's wanting him. I just did a video talking about recent news that came out today about, Liverpool inquiring about him. So everybody's wanting Anthony Gordon. But looking at it, this is going to be, of course, a game where us Newcastle United fans are going to be eagle-eyed on, because, of course, Anthony Gordon for England, Trippier for England, and then, of course, in between the sticks for Slovakia is Martin Dubravka. Hopefully, not offense to Martin Dubravka, he has a bad game. Hopefully, we get to progress past Slovakia and go into the next round, into the quarters, because in the quarters, we then have a chance of facing Switzerland and Italy. They play tonight, of course, 5 o'clock in Berlin. So whatever happens in that game, then that will be the team that will be playing in the quarterfinals. Again, if Switzerland get through, then it will be a similar situation to the Slovakia one for us Newcastle United fans, as Fabian Shaw will be for Switzerland. But it's not about club football, of course, but it's still nice to see, your club players playing for their national sides, and a chance to, see the players that you used to seeing week in, week out for your club playing, for their countries as well. So let's see what happens anyway in the Switzerland-Italy game tonight, because whoever wins that, of course, will be the one that we'll be facing in the quarters, if, of course, we can get past Slovakia, because let's not write off Slovakia. It's not going to be an easy game. We have proven that already, well, Southgate has anyway, with his poor tactics and the way he plays his football. It's proven that it will be a challenging test. Even though it does look like an easy game on paper, it will be a challenging test. But I hope, we can progress past that and go into the quarters. Because when you look at the side that we're on, there's not really many teams there that could really challenge England if we play full guns blazing at them. There's Holland on this side, which they've got to take on Romania. There's Austria, who's been pretty good. I've got to say, they've been really good side. They're playing Turkey, however. Then there's ourselves playing Slovakia, Switzerland versus Italy. So, the tougher teams are on the other side of the draw, which you won't see them until you make the final. If we can make the final, that side of the table has France versus Belgium, Slovenia versus Portugal, Denmark versus Germany, Georgia versus Spain. Georgia's been a fantastic side in this Euros. Um, Probably one of the best ones out there. Spain has been really good in this Euros as well. It's just been our group that's been boring. The rest of the Euros has been absolutely fantastic to watch. There's been some absolutely brilliant goals scored by players in this tournament, and there's been some really entertaining games played. It's just been our group that's been the boring one. And that could be entirely down to, Southgate, Snoozegate, with his absolutely boring dross football that we've had to witness. But hopefully, we can make it through to the quarters, past Slovakia, see how far we can make it in this tournament, because it's all relying on, of course, the tactics of Southgate, and hopefully, he's a little bit more aggressive with his style. Now that we're in the last 16, hopefully, maybe he's just been playing it reserved for the groups to get through, and then go full power. But I don't believe that's the case, to be honest. That's what Ferdinand was thinking, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's just Southgate in a whole. He's just a very boring manager, plays a very boring style of football, and I think, to be honest, he's been rather lucky with the fact that the players have managed to get him to areas and make him look better than what he actually is. I mean, we've seen what he was like at club level. He got Middlesbrough relegated from the Premier League. And I believe they've only been back up once since, they were relegated as well. So it is what it is. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below, of course, on your score predictions going into this game against Slovakia tomorrow, 5 o'clock kickoff in Gelsenkirchen, of course. And I'm going to go with England to come away 2-0 winners against Slovakia. I'm going to say Anthony Gordon to get a goal if he, of course, gets to play from the off. If not, then he's coming off the bench and scoring in the game. But let us know your thoughts anyway down in the comments below. Go check out your other video as well if you're a Newcastle fan, or if you're not a Newcastle fan, you just want to see what's going on at Newcastle United, then check out that video and other videos on my channel as well. Please consider hitting the subscribe to the channel as well if you're new around here, or if you haven't done it yet. And remember to hit that big fat thumbs up because it does help the channel to grow. And I'll see you all in the next one. Come on, England.